everyone, my name is Christine and welcome to my channel. Happy Halloween to everyone out there who is watching it today, the day it is posted, and today I am going to talk about something that is actually scary, and that is the United States healthcare system. Now, I do have some plans and desires in the future to make some more videos regarding health insurance in the United States and focus on specific facts and statistics and not just my own emotional personal rage. But this is not that video. This video I am going to talk about some of the current things I am dealing with as being a person living in the United States with a chronic illness and some of the issues that I am facing going into 2021 with my own personal health insurance. We all know what's going on in the world in 2020. There's a massive pandemic which has resulted in a lot of people losing their jobs. Unfortunately, in the United States, your healthcare insurance is tied to your job. Why is that? Well, because after World War II, people were switching companies very rapidly and companies could not keep employees present. So they created the incentive of offering them health insurance, and the even bigger bonus was that these health insurance premiums would be pre-tax, so they would save money on that aspect as well. And despite several times during the years, people have tried to reverse this and get some other type of system, it just has not worked out. So my own personal issue and what is happening with me for going into next year. So, if you have been around for a little while with my channel, you would know last year I quit my job and I decided to go into travel therapy. My plans were to use Cobra, which I have a video talking about that, I'll link it up above, up until the end of this year, and then hopefully I was going to be at another job which provided me with health insurance benefits. Unfortunately, pandemic hit and the jobs went. So my life plans for this year, were just completely shattered. And now I have to make new plans. And I am honestly really petrified with what is going to happen to me. So I have not been able to get a full or a part-time job that can provide me with health insurance. The limit of me using my Cobra ends the end of February, but it would be silly for me to keep Cobra for January and February and then start over a new plan in March. So this means that I have to look for health insurance through the marketplace, which the website for the marketplace is www.healthcare.gov for anyone who would like more information regarding marketplace health insurance. This is where some of my problems come. However, I am fortunate that the Affordable Care Act is in law, because otherwise I would literally have zero options for buying health insurance. Zero, no options. So, while the marketplace insurance is super far from ideal, I have an option. But because I require medication that is a specialty drug, which is the most expensive type of drug that you can get, my options are expensive and limited. When I look up the healthcare plans that are for my zip code, there's, I want to say, 120 plus options that I can look at. When I filter healthcare plans that cover my medication, I am down to 21 options. Most of these options are not very good. And so I am basically down to the options of I'm either going to be paying $500 a month premiums, but then having an $8,000 deductible, which means my insurance is not going to cover anything until I fork out this $8,000. Or I'm going to be paying $900 a month premiums and potentially not having a deductible or having a much lower maximum out of pocket. Neither one of them are ideal. This is where some of my bigger issues come into play. It just gets worse. The cost of my medication is hard to calculate because it depends on what pharmacy the insurance would like to use. My medication does not allow me the option to just go to like Walgreens or CVS or Walmart in their pharmacy. I have to use a specialty pharmacy, which typically means the medication is going to be mailed to me because these other pharmacies just don't produce it. It's not a common drug that people are on. So the cost of the medication completely depends as to what pharmacy, what specialty pharmacy these insurance companies use. And this is not exactly easy, accessible information, and you might not even be able to get this information until you are actually a member, which is then too late. So it's hard for me to calculate the cost. Typically, specialty drugs, you pay some sort of coinsurance. So it might be 50% coinsurance or 30% coinsurance, but I can't even calculate 30, 50% of what. So I don't know how rapidly I might have to be paying prices. So that's a downfall. Another downfall is I found somehow one of these insurance companies, their criteria for being authorized for my medication. And I might be just off their criteria. So despite the fact that I've been on this medication for the last 13 years and I need it to live, they can decide that they just don't want to authorize it. Now, there are appeals. My doctor can do a peer-to-peer. My doctor can try to fight it. But I don't know what the result is going to be until it's too late. Because once you pick an insurance plan and you're trying to get it authorized, like, there's no going back. You're stuck. Unless you enter some qualifying event which allows you to switch insurances mid-year. And I mean, that's just not something that you want to bank on. So I'm in a pickle right now. I'm very, very fearful with what's going to happen to me personally. And yes, I do know that in a few weeks, there is going to be a vote on the Affordable Care Act, and there's some fears that it might be going away, which if that happens, I am ultimately screwed. But I'm trying to not let that anxiety eat me alive right now because I cannot control what our government does. I can only control so much in my life right now. So I am just trying to not think about it. And yeah, I am petrified. We have a big issue in the United States with healthcare, and anyone who does not see this, who does not think so, I would say has probably lived a relatively healthy life and has not really had to go to any medical professionals or had some significant health issue in their life. I mean, I was reading about earlier this year that people plan pregnancies to ideally start at the beginning of the year so they can have the whole pregnancy in one calendar year so they don't have to start over with a new deductible and all of that the following year. Like, this is ridiculous. And somebody asked me, how is all of this legal? And well, the answer is, it's the United States, baby. Profits over people. So this is my video. More to come on things that aren't me personally, but just some actual facts and statistics and issues on health insurance in the United States. And I hope one day things will eventually improve, but you know, I'm not holding my hopes up, so. And yeah, I may update what ultimately ends up happening to me and maybe make a video with some advice on buying health insurance through the marketplace. Because it can be a little tricky, especially if you don't have a lot of background knowledge on some of these just things that don't make sense in this country. Anyways, that is it for my video. I hope you all have a wonderful remainder of your day, and I will catch you next time. Bye!